Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heart Center Tarot. As always, my name is Marina, and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. Please welcome my wonderful co-hosts for this Letting Spirit Drive show, Aley from Heart and Soul Connected, and Arthur from Arthur Ease Your Mind. Hi, guys.
Yes, and Marina made a real revelation. She realized that if you cut this down, that it's LSD.
Yes, yeah, Letting Spirit Drive.
We said that last time. Like Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
Yes, that's it. You go.
Okay. All right. There you go. Right. Yeah. So you can start to tell folks that, no, twice a month I have to spend an hour with LSD. Yeah.
That's a good one.
So thank you all of you for joining us. I wish I could say hi to each and every one of you, but right now there are 139 of you watching. Yay! Thank you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I've got Aley's YouTube page as well as Arthur's in the description of the video. So after you do the like, share, and subscribe on my channel, make sure that you go do it on their channels as well.
That would be nice. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And vice versa, if you're on my channel. And I have all the ladies' information on the details on the show as well.
Excellent.
That's perfect. Anyway, hello everyone.
What happened?
I know she forgot. No.
You'll forgive.
We'll make sure you remember the closing anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
I'm just teasing.
Yeah. No, because I adore that.
We like it.
I love it. I love it. So yeah, and I just got myself too excited because I really look forward to this show.
Yeah.
So
can you already believe it's the end of the month again? Oh my God.
I know.
Yeah. Do you guys remember the month of April? I don't.
It was pretty foggy for a while, wasn't it?
Well, every day was another WTF, but
Yes.
It doesn't feel like it's been like 12 months, not 4, or maybe even like 12 years.
I feel like I'm living in dog years.
Yes. Yeah.
That's right.
Absolutely. And to those of you that are south of the border, happy Memorial Day.
Thank you.
And, I hope that you remembered at least at some point today, why you currently have some of the freedoms that you do and what you need to do to ensure that you keep them.
Amen.
And in case anybody didn't realize, Marina is in the apartment above the crack house in Canada.
Yes.
And she's got a little spot for each of us if we have to move there.
Yes.
We each get about 3 feet by 2 feet. Something like that.
Listen, yeah, if you can put a sleeping bag down, that's fine.
That's
yeah. Until absolutely.
Yeah.
Well. Aley, what's happening on your channel?
What is happening on my channel? Well, let's see. Tomorrow's the Dream Show. We start early now. We're at 4:00 Pacific, 7:00 Eastern, so people can see it. And then also we can watch your show, Marina. And you can watch our show, see? So we got that planned right. And I've got the Astral Wars people coming on Thursday. We're going to be talking about the Orion Belt Wars.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just kind of fun, something different. Yeah.
Perfect. And how about you, Arthur?
Same old. No, actually, I just... Let's see. Tomorrow I'm on with Mel, so Mel's back.
Must be feeling better.
Yes, and then the show that I people don't realize that I'm on custody between two shows on
Monday
Mondays.
Night. Yeah.
Yes,
and you got custody tonight, but
yes.
that Monday show was canceled, so it's going to be on Wednesday with Sherry and Mel and Brain the Swamp.
Oh, she's rising up, huh? Okay.
And then Thursday, I'm doing a members only show.
Good.
Last month. And I've also been putting up new stuff on my new playlist, Timeless Tools for Fast Results.
Good.
with the latest
Nice.
one being how to love yourself. Basically, it's called Healing the Inner Child.
Very
So check it
nice.
out. There's also one about the one that everybody's watching is about saging smudge.
Okay.
But I used it with the sage spray.
The spray. Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
it's been doing well. I mean,
Perfect.
I'm trying to go because I sound like Elmer Fudd. Sorry. Because I basically do a lot of political stuff. My shows on Sundays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to do the other things to bring other people to my channel that are not politically looking for
Right.
politics, and that way they can also go to my guided meditations. So
Yes.
and my channel's
Everybody
growing.
loves them,
I
Arthur.
just
Everybody told me. Yeah.
I think I hit 26,000 this morning. So it's growing.
There you go. There you go. Good for
Oh,
you.
fabulous.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Fabulous. That
Yeah.
good for you. Good for
Mhm.
you. So yeah, Aley and I want to join you in that over 20,000 club. So that's why we're saying, look, come on, we're nice people, okay? We're wonderful.
It's hard to find us and so I'm very
Do
lucky.
you want to know what my secret is?
What is your secret?
It takes a lot of fake accounts. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's what I heard. There are bots out there that do fill up a little bit.
Actually, though, it was the Life After Life NDE interview I did that that really got me moving. And I saw both you guys. You're wonderful on it too.
Yeah.
So
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
She was
you.
wonderful. Evelyn was wonderful to work with.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. She really was.
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Yeah.
So
And what do you have, Marina?
What do I have? Well,
wait till you hear.
Sorry?
I said, wait till you hear. He doesn't know.
Wait till you hear. Oh, he doesn't know. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, tomorrow at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, I've got Irish Granny Helen, who's going to be joining me. On Wednesday, we're doing Sisters of the Mystical Tarot, and Aley is going to be hosting us. So that is fabulous. And then on Thursday, 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, Val will be joining me for episode 128 of Messages for Lightworkers.
All right.
Great.
Yeah.
And then it's a little late, but it's well worth it. At 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, I have got Miss Trish James. Yes, the creator of the Predictions Oracle.
And you know what I call them?
What?
The creepy kid cards.
The creepy
kid cards too.
Creepy kids cards.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So she's got that. She's got Investigations Oracle, Signature Oracle, Stardust, Shadows Oracle, Governance Oracle, and Personal Predictions Oracle. This girl is amazing in using her cards to read on anything and everything. You don't need to have a particular deck for a particular question. They're all interchangeable.
You can all I found that investigations deck is just as you could investigate what's going on in the country. Really, you could.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So I am really, really excited about doing that because I'd ordered a couple additional decks, and it wasn't until everything was done that I realized that they had the wrong mailing address that had popped up. I didn't pay attention to it. I thought, oh no, what now? So I sent a quick email saying, you know what? Maybe the best thing to do is just cancel the order and I will fix the address and whatnot. And I heard back from her and she said, no, just give me the address. And
that's good because she says on her website not to have.
Maybe
she had too much going on there.
I think I must have just caught her at the right moment.
You might have. Yeah.
So I thought, okay, well, as long as I got you here, hey, would you like to come on my channel? Said, I'd love to. So it was,
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Fabulous. I'm really looking forward to that. And then, of course, on Friday Aley is going to join me for Story in the Cards.
Wow.
I think we're going to have lots to talk about.
I have a feeling. Yeah.
And I just want to interrupt real quick. Kevin Lewis is in the room.
Yeah.
Hi, Kevin.
So tomorrow is his day. See, I can't keep a secret. It's your birthday.
Yay! Oh
Birthday tomorrow. So happy
29.
Yeah, 29.
Happy birthday, Kevin. That's great.
29. I thought it was going to be 27.
Oh, well, maybe you're
27?
right.
Yeah,
Oh,
yes,
boy.
absolutely.
I don't want to push ahead, Yeah.
No. So let me tell you about some of the stuff that I kind of got. And I noticed that some of you have posted questions. We're going to try to get to as many of them as we can. But honestly, if we don't get to your question, it doesn't mean that I'm ignoring it. It just means we didn't have time. However, you can always catch us on the other shows and bring it up again. We'll be glad to look at it, especially for the Friday Story in the Cards show.
Yeah, absolutely. And look at that lovely Jason Vincent. Look what he did. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
You're adorable. You're adorable. Thank you. Thank you. So apparently, I think that, the love fest between Trump and Putin is on.
Yeah.
Yes, because Trump was going off the deep end about the airstrikes and missiles that Putin sent over to the Ukraine over the weekend. What a horrible thing to do, Vladimir. Really.
Right. I don't understand him. We've been friends forever.
Yeah.
Somebody said, I'm sorry, Marina.
Go ahead.
Well, no, somebody said on one of the news, it was Lawrence. He's on early tonight. And he says it today, but it's done every day. And all of a sudden it's a problem today. Yeah. Anyway.
Today is a problem. Yeah. So, Trump called Putin absolutely crazy, and needlessly killing people. So the Kremlin said they had a response, and they said that Trump is showing signs of emotional overload after saying that about Putin. So we've kind of been waiting for, when the bromance is going to end. Yeah. And exactly. Who was it that just said pot calling the kettle black? Yep. Yes. Yeah, exactly. It's
been over. I think, Trump, with that delayed reaction he has, just realized.
It just dawned on him now. Hey. I love those. So I thought we might do a reading on that. Can we take a look and see, and let's do it from each of their perspectives. So we can start with Putin. Is Putin done with Trump?
He's been done with Trump. He's been using Trump.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not just like in the last month or two. How about since he was in his first season of the President show?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It is political theater. Solution to the problem. And he's celebrating the success that he's pissed him off. And there is no fake news that's coming out of the Kremlin. What's his face is saying, he needs to take a chill pill, basically. Yeah.
And I got, compromised, harmful. So compromise. I think someone's going to release a PP tape, and urgent act now. Yeah. Okay, then. All right.
Yep.
So
remember I said during his first season, that was 2016, right?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
That's the
Wow.
card.
Yeah.
Nice. Love it when the cards talk.
Yeah.
Love it when they're listening and they come out. So, what about from Trump's point of view?
Oh, yeah.
Is he realizing that he's
He's
you've been a useful idiot until now? You have outlived your
heartbroken.
usefulness.
He's
Oh,
heartbroken.
Uncle baby.
But that's weird because you have to have a heart.
Yeah.
You do. I got him offering a donation. It's all about the money. But look at this. Says he's a control puppet. He thinks he
Oh my
controls
God.
Putin. He thinks he controls Putin. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know what? The outcome of all this, this is being done for the greater good.
Oh, there it is. Yes.
Yeah, the greater good, and then I got new rules, policies, and laws. I think that Donald is going to learn very, very quickly now. You know who the head of the horse is, and who the back end of the horse is.
And just for giggles, I pulled one of the creepy kid cards.
Yes.
Mhm.
Replace or exchange.
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could put in Kushner instead, right? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. So we've been saying this for how long, that he has been entertainment purposes only, of course.
The party's over.
Yes. But Trump has been a Russian asset for a lot of years.
You mean Krasnov?
Yes, he's losing his mind, and he is no longer of any use to them. So
That's
think
true.
that
That's true, Marina.
they're going to release things. Excellent. So, King Charles and Queen Camilla, and it sticks in my craw that I have to say Queen Camilla, arrived in Canada today ahead of tomorrow's throne speech, which basically opens Parliament. Considering all of Donald's musings about Canada being the 51st state and blah, 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 the fact that the actual king of England, and if you want to say the monarch that rules Canada, is going to be giving the throne speech. So how is the king wannabe taking this? How is he feeling about the fact that
the child king, that he's going to get upstaged by a real king?
Yes. Yeah. Oh.
Oh, he's going to, okay. He's, right after that speech, he's going to come out with something in his screeds, and then he's going to make some announcement that is so off the wall just to suck the oxygen out of the room.
Yep. Absolutely.
Wow. And you don't have to be a psychic to know that.
Yeah, no, that's true. And remember, they're saying, will he be let into Canada for the G7? And what I'm getting is a surveillance record and then an explosive situation. So there you go, Arthur. You were absolutely right. There'll be an explosive situation. And maybe that will stop the Canadians from, if they were even considering letting him in.
Yeah. Well, you're a convicted felon. No, if we let you in, we have to let all the other convicted felons.
An adjudicated rapist.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So I got uprooted, take out. So I think, Arthur, you're right. He's going to come up with something because
I'm sorry, that card looks like he's peeing on them flour. I'm sorry.
It does. It does. Totally.
Perfect for Trump. Yeah.
Because you had mentioned PP tape.
Yes. And I am I'm hoping that it's somewhere in his speech that King Charles is going to make reference, even if it is not obvious to everyone, but is kind of obvious that,
Mhm.
hands off Canada,
It
asshole.
doesn't take much. He was asked when he was somebody asked him a question. They had a little bit of an accent, and they asked him he's not eligible for a sabbatical, but if he was, what would he do? And he said, "What? The Sabbath?" I doesn't know what the word means, and yet
Yeah.
he's terrorizing Harvard.
Yes,
Absolutely.
exactly. Yeah. And his grandchildren are Jewish. Hello. Hello.
No, I know.
Yeah. Yes, Angela, King Charles and Camilla certainly did. And
Yep.
they did cheat on Diana. And
Yeah.
I still have my feelings about that. Okay. So apparently, wine producers in France, as well as wine producers in the US, are very unhappy about his tariffs on the wines.
Really? Why would they be unhappy about that?
I mean,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
it's why I could see, why
But did
France
you
might
notice
be
that every
upset.
day it's like, oh, we're not going to do tariffs today. We're going to wait till July 9th.
We're going to wait. Yeah, it's going to be. It will be special. It will be a special tariff.
Yeah.
Yes.
I guess you never played kick the can, but you're doing it now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's, you know what, when he first started talking about what he's going to do to Canada, what he's going to do to China, and 145% on top of the 100% on China, and blah blah blah, and then all we had to do was wait a couple days, and he blinked.
Yeah.
He
is playing the markets, right, Colorado hippie hiker, absolutely. Yeah. And he's playing, and all of those like Maji and those people, they all knew ahead of time, and they sold stock.
Yes.
And they did all kinds of stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
Blondie Bondi sold over $1 million of her stock in Trump's company.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So, I don't know that we have to really read on that because, they're upset. Well, you know what? Especially
I
the
read
ones
on it
over
with
in
the
the US.
newspapers in the parrot cage.
Yes.
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 Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Okay. Now, let's talk about the late night push to get the GOP budget.
Pissed me off. Yeah.
Yeah. 1 o'clock
and by
in the morning.
One vote.
One vote. Yeah.
Well, if they're down 4 votes, it doesn't go through.
Well, it made it through the House. Okay, now it has to go through.
We're talking about the Senate, where
the Senate,
Rand Paul is saying, he announced, when's everyone going to realize it's the emperor's
the emperor has no clothes.
No clothes. And then Josh Hawley is, please, the fact that I'm agreeing with Josh Hawley, I'm throwing him an out.
I know, it's quite
even he was saying that it'll hurt all his constituents. They'll take away the Medicaid.
Of course it will. Of course it will. Yeah.
And when they asked Mike Johnson about it, he just said, well, the people that get we're going to cut people off Medicaid because they shouldn't be getting it. They're frauds. Right. His entire state. He's the number one state.
Yes, I know. Yeah, I know. And he's still claiming to be the new Moses. He spoke to God, and God told him, let my people go. You know?
Yeah.
Did you say Claude or God?
Claude, yeah.
It's Claude the God,
and Mary, hold on. I want to. I do want to bring that up.
Yes.
Okay. So some of the things that are in this budget, it's like 900 and some pages of it, and so they're, they stuck things here and there that hoping people will miss it, hoping that people won't.
Tell enough not to read the thing.
Yes. Yeah. We'll just, Anyway,
Yeah.
part of what was in there was they wanting to cripple the courts,
Right.
so that they are trying to allow Trump to defy court orders, so that he doesn't have to pay attention to them.
Even from the Supreme Court for a year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter, right?
Right.
And then, is that the same part, Aley, that you were mentioning before the show about?
The other was that he can decide whether or not he wants us to have elections. And so we don't have to have them.
In other words, he wants to be the God King.
Yes.
He does. And all those Republicans voted for that because they're too scared not to.
Exactly.
Well, because the kids are in the root cellar, chained to the root
Mhm.
cellar. That's why. They're grandkids.
Yep.
Entertainment
And
purposes
when-
only. I have a federal imagination.
Mhm.
And when Aley told me that, I said, "Oh my God,
I didn't sleep
say
last
that?"
night when I heard that. That bothered me so much. It really
Yes.
did. Yeah.
And
Do you think it won't pass? Because I think
no.
Susan Collins and the one in Alaska, Murkowski, and they're saying Rand Paul, Ron Johnson, and they're also saying probably
There's another
McConnell.
one. There's another guy too.
Yes, and guess who it is? Lady Lindsay. It's Lady Lindsay. He's kind of on the fence about it.
There's not a guy on the weekend shows just saying this is fiscally unacceptable.
Okay.
Okay. Nice. Yeah. So and as I mentioned, I did over a year ago. I said, don't, if you're waiting for the midterms to make the changes, you could be waiting forever, because he can come by and he can say, and my words exactly were, you know what? We can no longer rely on the accuracy of the votes. We're going to do an investigation, and until we figure out what's going on, elections are suspended.
Yeah, sure.
So
the My Pillow guy will be in charge.
Yes, that's right.
Actually, though, my prediction has been that the House turns blue before the midterms.
Well, the problem is all these Democrats are dying.
No, but there's a lot of Republicans that are going to be indicted.
Well, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, from your lips to God's ears. Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
But again, people, it's all fluid. Like, I did a little thing yesterday on my show because I keep on getting people writing me letters or emails and stuff. Why is it that you say this and so says that? Why is it so-and-so reads this and you read that? And I've said, you know what? Don't watch their show.
Yeah.
And then somebody, after I said that, asked the question. I said, next question, please. Because I'm going to.
Well, not only that, but the energy can change, and we're only reading the energy.
What I was trying to say is, like, sometimes when we do these readings, when we're talking to our guides and everything, it's kind of like talking to people underwater. You kind of hear what they're saying, but you don't. Until it cleans in. And also, there's a lot of free will. There's a lot of stuff going on here. But the outcomes to me are the outcomes.
Yes.
Whether he flees the country or doesn't flee the country, he's not going to be the president.
No.
Period.
Yeah. And I do
turn blue, but you said that from indictments. You said from indictments. But if Bondi won't do the indictments, I don't know how that can happen. If she,
but when he's out, but if this all comes down before November 2026.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. She would be. There's going to be a lot of them that are going to be called to task, because I have such a sense of, people gathering, working behind the scenes, biding their time. Yeah. They're just waiting. They're just waiting. And like Arthur said, he is, as soon as he realizes that the jig is up and that people aren't buying his BS, he's going to get himself on that new plane that Qatar gifted him.
Uh-huh.
And he's going to be off into the sunset. He's going to go to either Qatar, to Saudi Arabia, to
Well,
wherever.
we'll see. I always see him in a gurney being wheeled
I
out,
know.
handcuffed.
Well,
That
if
too.
you saw the any part of the West Point commencement speech wearing a MAGA hat and talking about trophy wives and all this malarkey. I'm using Joe's word. But he's, oh my God, could you imagine having that as your commencement speaker?
I know.
Awful.
I know. And you know who he was talking about really in there? He was talking about himself, and he was talking about his father.
Yes,
Because I remember reading, and this was years ago, that Fred Trump would go around the construction site and he would pick up the nails and things, and it was Donald's job to flatten them out, to even them out. So it's like he's living in yesterday, today, tomorrow, blah blah blah, trophy wives, hello Melania. Yeah, and how this it didn't make any sense. He couldn't find where the microphone was. They had to kind of take him to there because
he almost walked into a pillar the other day. Mike Johnson had to move him, and yet it's all Biden, though. It's Biden. He's the one.
Biden.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Now, we have always said that what he accuses other people of is what's happening with him.
He's projecting. Anything he's saying, they're doing, he's doing.
Yes.
All I have to do is listen to what he's saying and then go after him.
Yes. Yeah, because everything that comes out of his mouth is an admission. Just that's it. I do want to my goodness, I do want to and thank you, Denise Fletcher, for the donation. Thank you very much. That was lovely. Where was it?
Oh, that's a good question that she's got.
Wow.
Oh, you wanted to mention about Josh Hawley. He can't run again. I think he can't be. That was
I saw him running. I saw him running away from.
Oh, I saw him running too. Really swiftly.
All he needed was pigtails and saddle shoes.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
Which reminds me, there was
because of that manly book he wrote.
I think it was a meme, but it was Trump signing, like he signs every day, but it was to get rid of skinny jeans for men. It's about time we did this, he says. I mean, it probably wasn't true.
Perfect. And what I'm looking for here is someone had mentioned that there was a video that came out with a guy who was he had given Trump some papers, and they were pictures that had been, it looked like photocopied or whatnot. And yes, there you go. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah. Who sent the Yes. Yeah. Okay. Absolutely. And you could tell by the look on his face, he did not like it.
Oh,
he did not like it at all. Yeah. And he took one of the pictures, and from that sort of quick glimpse that you got it, or that I saw, it did look like Trump in his younger days.
Okay.
So it's and that's the one picture that he took, and he folded it up and he put it in in his jacket pocket.
In his younger days, DAZE.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, when he was hanging around with
with Jeff.
Jeff
Yeah.
and Elaine, you know, all the cool
Yeah.
kids, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. New 45, many years. Yes. Yeah, this guy apparently came up from nothing and you know, built this vast empire and so on and so forth. And he looked quite pleased to be sharing this with Trump.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who was the Saudi Arabian guy was just kind of, he had a grin on his face like, I can't believe I'm witnessing this. Like, okay.
They were saying if the guy that did The Apprentice just showed what was really done, that would do him in right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, he even said that, you know, he's horrified that they created this mythical person.
Yes, he is. He feels really badly about it. Yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. It's nuts.
Yeah. Yes, Amy. Could very well be. Could very well be. Okay. So thank you, artist Liz.
Mm-hmm. And I also thanked P7 Estates on Arthur's channel. Thank you for your donation.
Thank you. Yes, very, very kind of you. So, okay, you know what? I think that's kind of, some of the other parts in the budget weren't really, they weren't that much of a shock. The only one that kind of got me, and I'll tell you, they want to put in $45 billion to build immigration jails. And that $45 billion is 13 times the current ICE budget.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
They want immigrants to pay $1,000 application fee. They are blocking state regulations of AI.
Mm-hmm.
They are gutting the estate tax so
Mm-hmm.
that the rich can, you know, continue to own, right?
Mm-hmm.
Weakening the child tax credit from $2,500 to $2,000.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, very stealthy cuts to the Affordable Care Act.
Yep.
And here's the coup de grace in some ways. Repeal the $200 excise tax on the sale of gun silencers.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
He also made machine guns legal again.
You know what? If that is the case, then, you know, from me, the psychic reader, and again, entertainment purposes only. What do I know? I'm just a crazy old lady reading cards.
Mm-hmm.
It just means that they won't hear the bullets when they come for them.
Perhaps you were right. Yeah.
You know, I'm just that's just me being a little wacky, and apparently it's the thing to do because
Charlie, I want to leave too, believe me.
Yes.
Did you hear what happened in Texas today? They passed legislation that the 10 Commandments have to be posted in every classroom in every school.
Well, they can post that, but then again, there's going to be lawsuits.
Yeah. And and what
if they followed the 10 Commandments, maybe we would do it.
Yes. Yeah. You know,
do not bear false of all 10 commandments, and Trump's broken each and every one of them.
Exactly. More than once.
Really?
More than once. Yeah.
Wow.
And so let's take a look at some of the, oh my gosh, we've got 33 questions started. So I don't know if how we're going to get to them, but let's see what we can do.
You probably want to take the ones that did a donation, I'm imagining.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yes, absolutely. Let me just find them here. If you find them before I do, put them up.
Okay. I know where Denise's is at least. There you go. Yeah.
All right. Perfect.
Okay.
So Denise says, did the Democrat House divide the 900 pages of the big, beautiful budget between many to find the hidden contact? It feels like they did. Yeah, because nobody could sit down in the space of a couple days and read that 900 and make sense of it.
I'll tell you how I would have done it. Give me the PDF files of all this. Hey, ChatGPT, I'm going to download something.
Yes.
Give me the top thing. That's right. That's right. Wow.
Yeah.
I would imagine that. And there was a bill, and I remember when Biden put it through, or it was Biden, must have been. And they said, oh, we don't have enough time to read this. And it probably was about 200 pages. And so, you know, you can do it, but you can't do it, but we can, because we can.
Yeah, exactly. Do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah, I'm hoping they're all working together. Some days I don't feel they are. They are. Yeah. Okay.
The thing is, though, don't forget, legacy corporate news is still trying to build a wedge in between all the Democrats. So they'll say this one said this one said that. But do you hear them ever saying Republicans, how they're talking against each other too? Not really.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No, absolutely.
So I won't. That's why I don't believe when people say, "Well, the Democrats aren't doing anything." It's like that you see.
That you see.
Yeah.
They're the ones going to all the town hall meetings that the Republicans are running away from.
That's true. That's true.
Yes.
That's true. Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're all a disappointment, Trini. I don't. Yeah, they really are.
And P7 Estate says in 4 years, according to their tax plan, persons earning less than $15,000 will be taxed at 74%.
It's $1,000, which can you even imagine? You're making $15,000 a year, and that buys you nothing. I mean, nothing. I don't even know how people can live on that. There's no way.
No, that's just it. You can't. People are going. Yeah, they're going to be homeless. They're going to be hungry. There's going to be an increase.
So then they have to. So then, okay, we'll help you work in the fields, and we'll give you a place to stay.
Right.
Aww.
Yeah. There's a lot of people. Yeah.
Oh,
and they don't want
to teach your children to read.
Yeah. You don't have to do that.
Which reminds me that in Arkansas, they're still pulling the truckers over, and if they can't read English, they're out. They're jailed if they don't. They want a money right on the spot, and if they don't have bail, they're jailed until they get a bail. And if it's a company that knows, they get even more. They get even more of a penalty. So,
welcome to the
Fourth Reich.
United States of America. Yeah, welcome to the Fourth Reich. I'm really hoping that the people who decided in 2016 to sit out the election, because one criminal is as bad as the other. I really hope that they are sitting back and going, what have we done?
Yeah.
So, yeah, okay. Melissa McConnell says, Anonymous released a YouTube post today saying in 38 days they will release info and documents against the regime. Is this true? If they release it, it would be on July 3rd.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And there's people that said around the 4th of July.
I'm going to say yes, because I've been reading June, July is when all the receipts start coming out.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. And I remember, David Tarot by the Bay. Yeah, he got something about July.
Yep.
Something coming in July. Okay, let me pull another one. Come on. It's jumping out of my hand. It does not want to. What'd you get, Aley?
Well, last night I was watching The Unexplained. I love that, with William Shatner. And apparently Joe Biden shot down a Tic Tac over Alaska in 2023, which I didn't know. I never heard that. But look at this. I think it says a sighting disclosure that's going to bring an explosive situation. And I hope that doesn't mean that they're going to shoot it down again. That's all, but wow.
That, look, rockets,
Oh.
SpaceX.
Yes, right along with that. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Declassified documents.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are creepy cards, Aley. You're right.
Yeah. But you know what? Yeah, they're a little creepy. I don't mind a little creepy, but they're darn accurate.
Yes, they are.
You know?
Someone's asking what a tic tac is. Oh, join forces. There you go. With the maybe with the ETs. A tic tac looks like one of those tic tacs you take as a breath mint, but it's a UFO that is in that shape. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, this is
and
the card.
Yeah. Charla. Oh, there you go.
Predictions
by Trish James. And if you come back to the channel, if you come back and join me on my channel Thursday at 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, you're going to have a chance to meet Trish James and find out how she does what she does.
Yeah.
But while we're talking all this doom and gloom.
Okay. What do you want to talk about that's really good? Oh, you want to talk about
one day there will be an obituary. No, what I was going to say is, while we talk about all this doom and gloom, while we're seeing this as a psychic, I don't see the country going that way.
Mm-hmm.
Going doom and gloom?
I don't see it going down that path.
Okay, good.
Even though we're talking about it, that's what they want. That's what they want to make happen.
No, they do.
I
they
don't
want to
see
keep
it happening.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
Like I keep on saying, this too shall pass. It may seem like a kidney stone, but it's going to pass.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I have I do not get that sense, like you say, of gloom and doom. It's like, okay, this is kind of growing pains. And I've likened it before to, woman in labor. It's a little painful while you're going through it, but
seems endless too.
Yeah. But when you're done, you've got something fabulous and you're absolutely in love with it. So
that's true. Yep. That's true.
Absolutely.
I have faith in the American people.
Yes.
There's more of us than them.
People, and actually it is up to us. It's
and
like
also
when they
before we go to bed at night, do the Neville Goddard techniques of we're living in democracy.
Yeah. Positive affirmations.
Yep. Shine your light for everyone to see, and send out the intention of love, light, compassion, and unity to anyone, anywhere in the world that needs it. And we are manifesting it. We are manifesting it as we're doing. So Nora Garcia says, hello, Arthur. What is your spirit team picking up on the military parade happening next month?
Well, my whole idea is they should just put him in this room. He doesn't realize it. It's all AI. And the parade's going by. Everybody's a huge crowds. And then they just take him out. Oh, that was wonderful, Mr. President. I still don't know if it's going to happen. And if it does, it's going to be really scaled. Now, before they were saying it's going to cost $100 million. Now they're saying $45 million.
Doesn't matter. It's too much money, whatever it is. Yeah.
$2 is too much money for this.
$2 is too much. That's right. I'm hearing from some veterans on Facebook I've seen that are going there to counter protest against the military. And I heard that the Army's saying, we're not playing with you on our birthday. That's what I heard.
Yes, actually, yes, I heard the same thing, where they had said, no, this is not a birthday party for dear leader. We are celebrating
if you really wanted it, it should be July 4th.
Yes.
Yeah, true. Oh, no, but it's all about me.
Wait another 2 weeks,
Yeah. Yes, Rose Blue. Army said it's their 250th birthday celebration.
But they forgot to put the 250th celebration. It's all President Trump on the signs.
Tornado winds Yeah, I don't
That's
think.
him talking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at all of
And-
them. None of them are getting any FEMA funds. I don't know why they aren't all up in arms. All these tornadoes. There was supposed to be one. I was on the phone with a student of mine today having a conference, and she was in San Antonio, and she said, they just said there are tornadoes on the way. And they don't come here, and I don't know what to do. And I said, find an interior room, and if it gets close, but,
Decorated.
weird stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, exactly. No, you want to be in an interior room in the
closet.
in closet, bathroom, in your bathtub, no windows. Yeah, there you go. So I think that's it for that military parade.
A lot of heavy burdens, I get.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
oh, cool.
So
I didn't know that Beyonce, Bruce, and Taylor Swift are having a free concert that day. I love it.
Oh, yeah. You know where people are going to go. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sherry Weaver says hello to all of us, and that she heard that Putin's generals, higher ups, and possibly Putin all got on planes and headed out. Any idea where they headed to? Interesting.
Narnia.
Yes.
Is that the answer? Oh, this is
I thought it was in the cupboard. Yeah, if you get in the cupboard, you're all set.
I thought I was in jeopardy for a minute. Sorry.
Yes.
Oh, now we're wrong. What is Narnia?
What is Narnia? Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. I have always thought that Putin is going to be taken down by his own people, by the oligarchs.
He will.
Because they're really starting to lose a lot of money. And so I think, they're going to go into self-preservation mode and say, okay, well,
Look what I got. We can't read it. Betrayed and backstabbed. So maybe he'll go somewhere and that will happen. Like it happened. They were trying to do that to Adolf at the Crow's Nest or whatever that place was. And they tried and it didn't work. But
You forgot your book in the bunker. Why don't you go get it?
Yes. Yeah.
Remember when Trump was in? Oh, sorry. Remember when Trump was announcing, why can't I have generals like Hitler? They tried to kill him,
Yes. Yeah. I get airborne toxins. So
he uses stuff like that. Like remember the stuff he put in Navalny's underwear?
Exactly. So there's that. There's the poisonings. There's you could be, for the sake of the country, we can't get on the same plane with you because somebody needs to lead in case anything happens to any of us. So, like the king travels on their own, family travels on their own.
State he built.
Yeah.
So,
but I've always seen his own people taking him out. I've always seen it like, I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, people, but I've said it for so long that I always get the picture of the Murder on the Orient Express poster.
Yeah.
With Lauren Bacall. Because he's in his room, because he has his own little train set. And they all come in the middle of the night and stab him.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how it's happening, but that's the metaphor I keep on saying.
Sure, of course.
Yes.
Being backstabbed or stabbed behind. Yeah. Wow.
If you saw the movie, they take the bad guy, knock him out, and then everybody who he affected their lives goes in and stabs the person.
Sure. It's like retribution. Makes you feel better. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And all righty. Rivka wants to know, will the COVID outbreak in Asia come to the US? How will we be able to deal with it? since JFK Jr. says the new COVID shot can only be given to those who can prove they have a life-threatening disease.
Or if you're over 65 here. Yeah. So I had mine 2 weeks ago, guys, and I got the bill today. $415.
No.
I have insurance.
Oh my
That's
God.
what my copay was. Yeah. Yeah. So people that don't have any money or don't have Medicare, Medicaid, whatever, they can't get the COVID shot. And that's because he just dumped the whole program after he got in there. So,
Well, did you also hear now? They're saying they don't want to give people insulin. They have to take cooking classes so they can learn how to eat so they don't need the insulin.
oh, well, yes. And they took the SNAP benefits. You can't have any junk food. You can't buy chips or candy or Coke or anything because they want to they just want to be up your butt for everything.
Yes. Yeah. Control every little thing that you do.
It's healthy so they can pick more stuff out of the farms.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, whatever outbreak is happening in Asia, if it does come into the U.S., probably going to come to Canada. It's probably going to come to other parts of the world.
Sure. People travel.
But we won't know about it because the CDC is not going to be reporting it.
Yeah. That's true. And whatever happens to them, it's for the greater good. Don't you remember what they used to say about that grandparents should sacrifice themselves for their grandchildren? Don't you remember that during the first one?
Oh, yeah. But like, wasn't it Eskimos would take the parents and put them on the iceberg?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's.
Well, he's a grandpa now. Let's do that for the greater good.
Okay, sure. Yes. Yeah. Well, they don't care about seniors. They don't care about anybody that's LGBTQ. They don't care about anybody that isn't masculine. By the way,
I've got 3 counts against me next.
Somebody else, you know, one of the guys that works with him in the cabinet, he says that they have to get rid of the straws that are made out of paper because men look too effeminate and they're only for their women. Men should never use them because that makes them look too effeminate if they do. Yeah.
I think somebody has.
All right, here's a gender neutral tampon for you.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
My gosh. Okay. In terms of this COVID, I get trains and transportation.
Transport. Yes,
trains
it's
and transport. Yeah, absolutely. Because people
have to get on trains.
Yeah. And then we have a rulership handover.
Oh.
My feeling is that if it was to come back again, people would rise up. People would absolutely rise up against that. So it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but you might want to have, and again, entertainment purposes only. Crazy lazy lady with cards. You all need to know someone in Canada. And
you really do.
Well, that's my father's family comes from.
Or Mexico. Did you hear that Mexico, by the way, was going to have a railroad that came into Texas? And then they said, never mind, we're going to have it go into New Mexico.
Oh,
yeah. I just love that president. She is awesome. Yeah.
She is. Yep. And apparently there was a video out, and I'm not exactly sure when this happened, but Carolyn Leavitt was on some show, and she was bad mouthing Canada.
Oh, she was. Oh, I thought All right.
Yeah. Oh no. She was bad mouthing Canada.
Imagine that.
We're insignificant. What have we ever contributed to anything?
Right.
And on and on and on. Mark Carney, who happened to be over in England at the time, saw it. He called the producer of the show and said, "I would like to respond on air now."
Awesome.
So yeah, they went to a little bit of a break while it was all set up. And I mean, she was just perky and so pleased with herself because she knows all these big words and
Oh, yes.
she can do all that. And when they came back, the screen behind her lit up. Mark Carney. And what he said, he called her out in the nicest way possible.
Because he's Canadian.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And basically said, "You're so full of horse shit that your hair color is turning on you."
Right.
Thank you for the opportunity. Good night.
Really. I love that. That is so good. I thought you were going to say she was also asked the question about that cryptocurrency thing at was it at Doral or it was somewhere that everybody was showing up to buy. And she said, "Oh, he wasn't acting as the president then. He was acting as just a citizen." And everybody said, "Bingo!" Because then you can do something about it.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yay. Yeah, totally. I have such high hopes for Mark Carney. He is very measured. He his words come to him very, very easily. And I love the fact that he was able to say, "Listen, you dumb blonde bitch, you have no idea what you're talking about." And yeah, she could not respond. She absolutely could not respond.
He does speak very eloquently.
He does. And
each word is measured. Each word is important.
Yeah, yes, it is. And he's very good at it. Carolyn was at some kind of press conference the other day, and she was standing there, and there was an African-American soldier that was kind of close to her, and she went like that. In other words, "I don't want you anywhere near me." So she is KKK. She absolutely.
Of course she is. Of course. Yeah. Absolutely. They are. This administration, they have given each other permission to to bring out the worst parts of themselves and to say, "Look, here it is on display. What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do?"
That's the thing that upsets us the most, I think.
We're gonna wait.
Yeah.
We're gonna wait. We're gonna give you enough rope to hang yourselves. In the meantime, I'm gonna take the slack and we're gonna look for a car and tie it to a bumper.
There you go.
Exactly. Exactly. My gosh. Well,
holy mackerel, it's already after an hour, huh?
I know. So before I take up any more of anybody else's time, I think maybe we can end the show and as always, thank you, Aley. Thank you, Arthur. You guys are, I love doing this. I love hearing your perspective and your reads and all that good stuff. It is fabulous. And to the 618 of you that are here, thank you. Thank you. Yes, thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to all the channels. Give a thumbs up after the video, even if you just leave a thumbs up emoji
or a blue star or a blue
star. Yeah. it helps us get the message out to people who want to hear what we have to say. They just don't know where we are. So when you do that, you help with the algorithm so that the video goes out in front of more people. And yeah, and they can share their views with us.
Absolutely.
There you go. All right. So thank you very much, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed.
Stay positive. Yeah. Stay positive.
Right. Stay positive. Yeah. And enjoy the rest of the week. All right.
Yes.
Take care for now. Bye.
Hey, everybody.
Bye.